Renee Auberjonois just passed away.
Who's that?
Odo.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Happy DocMas residents, and welcome to the Dr. DC podcast. My name is producer Richard, and across from me is the doctor himself.
Hello.
This year, like every year, we will be releasing an episode every day leading up to Christmas. The 12 days of DocMas.
That's right.
As we like to call them.
12 episodes, 12 drinks.
1 day of recording.
1 day of recording. My God.
Good Lord.
This is the 8th.
8th.
Yeah. Episode 153.
Sure, yeah.
Pretty sure?
Yep,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been going too smoothly, I think.
Yeah, I think we're both in a space now where we aren't trusting how well this is going. We're only slightly behind schedule. We're doing pretty well, and we both feel pretty good. I won't speak for you, but I think we both feel pretty good.
I'm pretty good right now. I think I've eaten more, and I think drinking these has also added just too much.
We've had so much veggies.
Yeah, I feel like
we're drinking veggies and clam, of course, but
yeah. I would like to eat that clam.
Get that clam.
Yeah. Jesus. We've got a piece of news.
We do.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed that you've cobbled all this news together.
I really didn't think I would be able to, but it just kind of all came. Titans, Wonder Girl actress teases Troya storyline for season 3.
I mean, if you haven't finished Titans, right?
No.
I'm a little. I don't really want to say too much then because I don't want to ruin stuff you haven't seen yet.
Oh, okay.
But I think
what is Troya? So that I mean that's the thing that needs to be explained.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about the most recent version of the comics, I mean, for a bit, Troya was just the name she went by. But in the most recent sort of Titans series, Troya was like a version of Donna Troy from the future, where things had gone wrong, and she sort of went evil, like the thing that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
And Troya was this sort of hyper violent, sort of evil version from the future.
Yeah. That
would be kind of neat. Yeah. We've had this whole thing all through Titans season 2 about, we saw it in the flashback about whether or not she was leaving and stuff like that. We're never going to leave Donna Troy, right? She's a big piece of this puzzle. So the idea of finding new, interesting ways of keeping this character around and in is, I'm all for it.
There was a shot of her in a Troya costume. I think that's
already. Are they already filming?
Well, I don't know if this was. I think maybe this was from season 2. I don't know, but
is it just the red costume?
Yeah,
that's just the Wonder Girl costume.
Oh, okay.
That's just her costume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know then.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I love that actor. I think she's doing a great job as Donna Troy. Anything to keep that fresh and keep her around, I'm up for. Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. We got a bunch of questions, so we should jump into them.
Let's do it.
All right. First question comes from Facebook.
Go to the face and the book. Go to the Facebook.
First question comes from our most interesting resident.
Roland Sebas?
No.
Andrew Delgado?
Yeah, obviously. Who asks, when young Barry Allen was reading about Jay Garrick's Flash, why didn't he find any comics featuring Earth 2 Trinity? How many Earth 2 heroes had comics on Earth 1? Seems like Thomas and Martha Wayne would have something to say about Golden Age Batman comics.
Right. So we're talking about this idea that comic books themselves are the windows into parallel Earths.
Yeah.
That the comic books on one Earth depict the real events of a different Earth. There is nothing in there to say that Barry didn't also have those other comics.
Yeah.
He may have mentioned it if he did. It's likely he didn't, but it's not to say they didn't exist. We just know that Barry had Flash comics, read about Jay Garrick.
Yeah.
It's not to say that somewhere out there someone didn't have Wonder Woman comics or it's also a thing where it's like the idea of this is that like the creative people are maybe slightly tuned into the vibrational frequency of other Earths. They gain inspiration maybe for some of these things from the real events of other Earths.
Yeah.
It's possible just no one was tuned in, you know? So not everything has to be recorded in a comic book to have happened on another Earth, right? That's the other piece to this. But the general hypothetical here is, yes, there should be more comics out there about characters, but maybe the circumstances are different. There should be people on Prime Earth reading Batman comics, but it's nothing that ever happened to our Batman. This is a Batman that carries a gun and kicks guys into vats of acid. Or, you know, a Superman comic where he can only leap over tall buildings. He can't fly. Or things like that. I think those almost certainly exist. I mean, Barry himself probably didn't have them, but they almost certainly exist on an Earth somewhere. This is the other thing. Not every Earth even gets comics about every other Earth. You know what I mean? That's the other piece to this. You know, Barry got stories about Jay, but it's possible that maybe someone who was tuned into a Batman multiversal thing wouldn't be getting it from Earth 2. Might be getting it from Earth 19, where he's the Victorian one. Might be getting it from, you know, Earth 22, where he's old man Bruce in the exoskeleton, or, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing to guarantee which Earth gets stories from which other Earth. And even that it's all consistent. It's not like Prime Earth always gets stories from Earth 2. It could just be person by person, depending on which vibration they're tuned into, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're right. I think the Waynes probably would have something to say about a Batman that kills or something like that, but they also wouldn't have known that their son would become Batman.
So
fuck him.
Oh my God. That worked. All right. Next question.
All right. I'm ready.
From the most interesting resident.
Oh, fuck you. Roland Sabas?
No.
We just did Andrew Delgado.
No, we didn't.
Stephen Marion Almagro?
Yeah, the one and only.
You don't like it when they're in the same room.
I don't like that. Please talk about Crazy Jane, and who are your favorite personalities of her?
Oh, fuck, right. So, Crazy Jane, member of the Doom Patrol, she's got something like 64 split personalities. And they all, or each, they have like different superpowers. I'm going to forget some of the names. I'm going to forget some of the powers. But let's talk about them a little bit. There is Hammerhead, I think, has some super strength. Yep. Stuff like that. That's a pretty cool one. There's oh fuck. I'm sorry. I'm 8 in now. I'm not gonna remember names. There's one that's basically like has pyro powers, like fire powers, which is pretty cool. There's Flit. Flit can teleport. That's a neat one.
Baby doll.
That's probably the one I couldn't think of. Is that the one that we saw in the show where she has like the hypnosis power and she like lives in a rom-com kind of thing? Or is that?
I think so.
No. Baby doll is an actual kid. Yeah. Sorry, the hypnosis one is a different one. There's Penny Farthing, which is. Or I might get that name wrong, but I think it's Penny Farthing.
No, it's Penny Farthing. Yeah.
Who's like sort of Victorian. I don't think Penny Farthing actually has a power, though. I think it's just an interesting personality.
Yeah.
They don't all have powers, is the thing.
No.
There's one that's like got like atomic abilities, like is basically radioactive, has like see-through skin, and like you can see the bones and stuff. I can't remember that one's name.
There's Sun Daddy, which is a gigantic figure with a sun for a head, the power to throw fireballs.
Yeah. I mean, some of them never even surface, right? Like the conductor or whatever, which is the one that runs the train to the underground where all the personalities live. I mean, we saw a few in that Doom Patrol show. I mean, the ones that are maybe the most useful.
Karen's the one that.
Karen.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
The ones that are most useful are Karen is pretty useful if you could control her, but you can't, which is a problem. But like Hammerhead for strength, Flit for teleportation, those are two real big helpful ones, I think. Yeah, God, she's got so many though. Like literally, she's got like 64.
No one is probably is real scary.
Remind me of that one?
She is very aggressive. Was able to sense the fifth horseman and the painting before it was activated.
Oh yeah. Oh right. Okay.
Sylvia, she bears Jane's feelings of claustrophobia. She is locked inside of a small room reciting poem fragments.
Ugh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and there's that thing in the underground too, like the well, which is like where the personalities can actually die.
Yeah.
And it's where her like deep-seated trauma lives, essentially.
It's a fucked up.
It's pretty
episode.
fucked up, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Crazy Jane is a really, really neat character. You know, lots of Crazy Jane, obviously in modern Doom Patrol, but in that Grant Morrison Doom Patrol run, a lot of that character in there. Really, really cool, really interesting. But yeah, I mean, the ones that come to, what was the one from the show? I don't know that it's necessarily one from the comics. One from the show, Silvertongue, who could say things and they show up as actual words in the real world.
Cool.
And then
weapons.
she can, like, make them weapons, make them like knives and stuff
that's
like
that.
That's so
fucking cool.
I think that's Silvertongue. Yeah.
That one's badass. I like that one.
Yeah. A lot of the Crazy Jane personalities would be great dial docs.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right. Next question. We're leaving Facebook and going over to Twitter.
Twitter.
Yes. Twitter. Twitter, sir. All right. First question, and the only question from Twitter, comes from our favorite, Spacey, sexy texter.
Cosmic DM.
Launch my rocket ship.
Yeah, slide into those DMs.
Who asks, so in Moore's Swamp Thing, the Spectre and Trigon are said to be about the same power level, and then Anton Arcane is put above them. Is this still true in modern DC, or has it been adjusted?
Sorry, one more time.
In Moore's Swamp Thing, the Spectre and Trigon are said to be the same power level. And then Anton Arcane is put just above them.
That's definitely changed. Spectre is now far and away more powerful than either of them.
Yeah.
I would say Trigon's more powerful than Arcane.
Well, because Spectre's like an arm of God, essentially, right? Like,
yeah, Spectre is now far and away more powerful than either of them. Arcane, I mean, as the avatar of the Rot, he basically commands the force of decay, but that's also still generally, I mean, not restrained to Earth, but like Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing doesn't just get access to alien plants. He's got to connect to those webs.
Yeah.
Same thing is true of Arcane. So he's still sort of contained to an area, at least, right? Trigon is an interdimensional demon.
Yeah.
I think by virtue of that, Trigon must be more powerful than Arcane.
Totally.
That's not to say in a one-on-one fight, Arcane can't beat him, but Trigon's power, I think, is more broad than Arcane's is. So I would say Spectre, most powerful, then Trigon, then Arcane, probably, if I was doing that.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that answers that. Let's go over to Instagram.
Now we're going to Instagram, take some questions and answer them.
Yeah, I'm going to answer those questions after Bibbidi.
That was really good.
Yeah, thank you. This question comes from the real Josh Gill.
Gill.
Please stand up.
Oh, sexy Gill.
Sit back down. Stand back up. Please sit down.
Jesus.
Who asks, Brainiac or Brainiac 5? Who is smarter?
Brainiac.
Tim or Bruce?
Just who's better?
Smarter.
Oh, who's smarter? Tim.
Wow. Nice.
That's Tim Drake we're talking about, of course. Yeah, I mean, my reasoning is that Brainiac 5, I think, is so conflicted with the idea of also just being like a being with emotions and pursuing things that just make him happy, that I think if we're following the letter of these books to the law, then doing that maybe diminishes the potential of his intellect.
Yeah, totally.
He's still smarter than anyone else in the Legion, but Brainiac is so singularly focused that I think he just unleashes his intellect. So I would give it to Brainiac over Brainiac 5.
Yeah.
Although Brainiac 5 might be more creative, which would give him an edge, but if we're just talking raw intelligence, I'm saying Brainiac. Tim and Bruce, I think Tim is every bit as smart as Bruce. Every bit the scientist, every bit the detective, but Tim is also more emotionally intelligent than Bruce is. So I think Tim gets the edge there.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to a voicemail.
Okay.
Hi guys, hope your DocMas is going well, and I hope you haven't drunk yourselves to death already. Be careful on how many things you're going to drink today. I'm Theodore, or else you know me as Raging G. I love your show, I listen every episode, and it's a great thing to listen while working or while doing other stuff. Has a lot of great information, a lot of great recommendations, and I pretty much love every episode you're making, and I'm going to support this show for a while, and I hope you're going to continue doing it for a few years down the line. I don't have any silly question to say, just thank you guys for all your hard work. Have a great holiday. And of course, I have a Dial H for hero, and his name is Slinky Man. You know, Slinkies, those plastic or metallic things? Well, my character can create them and throws them and catch bad guys, but it's a Slinky. It breaks easily, it bends easily, it's easy to destroy, so he's practically a character that throws Slinky down the stairs to play because he can't do any actual work with them. Again, thank you and have a nice holiday. See ya.
Amazing. That was Raging G.
Raging G the most interesting resident?
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, I'm hardly the master of accents, but an accent I've never even been able to just do is Greek. I creeped a little bit. I know roughly where in Greece he's from.
Is that's a Greek accent?
Yeah, he's Greek.
Well, that's really cool. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's all Greek to me.
Hey. The reason that it's confusing you is because he doesn't sound like all of the American and British actors doing Israeli accents like the Greeks in Wonder Woman.
Yes. I think that's why.
Yeah, Raging G.
Slinky Man.
Slinky Man is very funny. I like the idea that it's actual like Slinky TM that he like throws, so it's not super strong or anything like that.
It's very funny. I like that a lot. That's amazing.
It's time for the dial doc.
No, it's not, because we have one more voicemail.
What? Outrageous.
Hey, Dr. DC. Hey, Producer Richard. This is my 8th dial doc for DocMas.
Of course.
This is another one I found Producer Richard. His name is Audio Fidelity Man, and through the use of very expensive sound equipment, he's able to heighten sound to a perfect amount of audio fidelity in real time. The only problem is those who experience it go insane when it's taken away, not knowing what to do with themselves after they experience such perfection. By and large, they just turn themselves in the hope that Audio Fidelity Man will take pity on them and give them another taste of that sweet, sweet audio fidelity.
I mean, this is why
Bye.
we've lost so many listeners.
Is it?
Yeah, because we don't put them out every day. And so after they've heard the perfection that is our podcast.
I don't think we've lost that many listeners.
I think that's what it is that like we
keep gaining listeners.
I know, but
how greedy are you?
I think they're constantly renewing because we're so great. But every time they listen to it, then they want an episode.
So sorry, you think because we don't put out content every single day,
yeah,
people are jumping ship.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you free up all of the rest of your days and I free up all of the rest of my days.
What do you got, a family or something? Jesus.
You know, when people finally fucking bone up and get the Patreon.
All right. Let's do our dial docs.
Right.
Now.
Based on Dial H for hero. Type in hero, you get never before seen powers and name of a brand new hero or villain. We do this every episode.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep reminding you because we do it every
single episode.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So my character is actually a group of characters. It's a group. It's a siblings.
Whoa!
And they're called Connect Four.
Okay. Yep.
And when they have the ability to all like touch hands, like hold hands with each other, they create a force powerful enough to destroy anything within a 2-block radius.
Oh, so they're like explosive?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Interesting. But so there's 2 of them.
There's 4 of them.
There's 4 of them. And they have to link?
Yeah.
And then they instantly explode, or can they control when they detonate?
They now can control,
Right.
But as children, they lost their whole family.
Oh, Jesus.
Because they did it once. They were playing a game and destroyed 2 blocks.
Yeah, they were playing Ring Around the Rosie.
Yeah.
And, Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Mine is called Amontillado.
Ooh, Amontillado.
Amontillado. And Amontillado basically has the ability to just sort of summon and seal brick walls. Can basically just sort of like with his power can create brick walls and seal them entirely. So he's sort of a brick and mortar kind of power.
Yeah.
But basically he can encase people or things or stuff like that. A la The Cask of Amontillado, the classic Edgar Allan Poe story.
Oh, God, my eyes are rolling in the back of my head.
Listen, we're 8 in. I got to come up with something.
Fair.
And by come up with, I mean steal from other people.
Fair enough. I'm surprised I haven't done that yet. Well,
come on. You haven't done that yet. You're not better than me.
It's all genius.
You're not better than I am.
We would love to hear what kind of characters your residents could come up with. The doctor's clearly drunk at this point. If you would like to come
I'm having fun. I'm loose, baby.
Oh, yeah. We're fired up now.
Yeah.
Just use the hashtag DialDoc and send us your idea for a character, or send us a question for a future episode, or just chat with us online through platforms such as Facebook,
Dr. DC Podcast.
Twitter,
at Dr. DC.
Instagram.
Dr. DC Podcast.
You can email us at drdcpodcast@gmail.com, or go to our subreddit, which is r/. Are you okay? Are you all right? What happened?
I actually don't know.
Did you just pass out?
No. Although I actually don't remember, so maybe.
What?
I think I just lost my footing because I was coughing.
Did you just black out? Hey, come on in.
Where are we at? The website?
Yeah.
DrDCPodcast.com or .ca.
Yes. Or also the doc phone is now open. Call us at 208-917-3238.
That's DCEU if you're nasty.
Oh, yeah. Not only can you talk to us, you can also go and read our articles or buy our merch on our website.
Our merch. DrDCPodcast.com or .ca.
Of course, give us 5 stars on iTunes and subscribe to our Patreon. $5 every month gets you 4 extra episodes and also 12 extra episodes this month, because we are going to be doing this DocMas Patreon episode. So if you like what we're doing already, we're doing video episodes on the end of every of these. So.
Just declining every day.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully the doctor lives through the next one. Jesus.
I'm all right.
I'm really concerned about you. That's it for this week. That's it for today. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
They always fight for what is right. Live with danger and adventure. They are men of might.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.